Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the show. Nice to have you guys in here with us. As usual, check out our links down below and hit us up on Twitter if you want to be part of anything we're doing. Also, apologize for yesterday. My schedule's kind of hectic, and I do know and I'm an hour early today, but I didn't want to cancel 2 days in a row because of my crazy schedule. So I just decided to come in and squeeze it in here a little earlier. So thank you all for joining us, and do help us out by sharing this out. That's the thing that helps us most, being live streamers. We do appreciate that. Let me just make sure everything's running on the other side properly, seeing as all the craziness. Oh, it is going well. All right, perfect. Once again, thank you guys for being here with us, and hopefully we'll have a couple people jump in here with me and say hello, and we can kind of cover some comic book news. I do have to say though that today, as Ben has been recent, it's been really hard to dig out actual comic book news, but I tried real hard to do that today, and of course I will be getting to that. Hopefully, everyone is doing well. Of course, coming up this week, we have here what is it, Sunday? Yeah, no, Saturday. Of course, we got the 4th of July, so I hope everybody has a good 4th upcoming. Hopefully, you have plans to go out to the park, maybe do some picnic. Hopefully, the fireworks are going on in your area. But although I've heard a lot of them have been canceled. But let us know in the chat if you guys do have fireworks happening in your area, and if you what are your Independence Day plans. But nevertheless, seeing as I'm in here solo, I guess I'll just jump right to the news that I do have to cover. So let me go ahead and do that. I brought this one up not because it has anything to do with comic books, just because it kind of gave me a laugh. I haven't seen this. It's from ABC, which of course we know is Disney. And this is Brides of Dracula series is dead at NBC. Interesting choice of words, I guess. But the reason I put this up for not because I know anything about it, because I don't. I just thought this was a funny little headline. Where is it here? Yeah, here we go. The Brides is described as a sexy family drama. How does sexy family go together? I just thought that was odd. It's from the creators of Riverdale. What is this? The Chilly Adventures of Sabrina. Once again, none of these things are family oriented. These are young teenager type of things. But I just thought it was funny. I don't know if you guys know anything about it. Let's see. We celebrate Juneteenth, Busby. Huh? What is that? That could be good. That could be good on HBO, maybe. TFT, Brides of Dracula, maybe. Hey, Nick. But I don't understand. What is Juneteenth? What exactly is that? You have to explain it to me. Nothing here or there. Although it seems like the pilot casts Gotham Star, which we've talked about the Gotham here before. I just thought it was funny because this doesn't look family at all. ABC. And it doesn't look very interesting, but maybe that's why it's dead. But nevertheless, I just put it up there because this caught my eye. I thought it was funny, sexy family drama. All right. But anyway, now in my search for looking for comic book news today, things that are actually related to comics, I realized that on this show, over the almost 2 years of us doing the show, we cover a lot of comic book news because we'll just type in comic book news and we found Newsarama, CBR, Bleeding Cool, Bleeding Fool, Bounding into Comics, etc., etc. And we just kind of follow these comic book news places. But I realized that I've never actually gone to Marvel itself, which is weird. And here we are. So what do we got? We got ourselves celebrate Pride. Okay, I think people kind of forgot that Pride was a thing. It seems, but I do find it interesting who's in here. Now I know that American Chavez has been made lesbian. I get that. We know what they did with Bobby Drake, which was horrible. I don't know who these two are here, or these two over here, or what that is. But Mystique is now part of the LBGTAQF group. I didn't know that. I mean, isn't she kind of a symbol of the mother? I mean, that's really how she's portrayed mostly, but now she's LGB now. Okay. Great. The Avengers Infinity War on Disney Plus. All right. So that's good. That was a good movie. Let's see, everything about Daredevil. They're talking about this Eisner Award nominated series so far. Okay, well, once again, the Eisner Awards mean nothing anymore. So, right. Cult Fan Video says it celebrates the slaves being freed. My workplace was plastered with Juneteenth swag, even though 90% of Americans don't even know what it is. Yeah, I have no clue. But all right. So I guess. The Emancipation Proclamation happened in June. Sweet. Is she trans now just because she's a shapeshifter? Probably, Joshua. I don't really know, dude. But I don't know. That's fine. We should celebrate the freeing of slaves. It was a good thing. So I don't have no problem with that. But what does that have to do with Independence Day? Anyway, let's see. We have the Avengers War table here. I'm assuming this is talking about the video game because I went and looked at that because Thundera was saying, "Oh, it looks good," but I went and checked it out, and no, it doesn't. It's just more political crap. It's being led by Kamala Khan. And that's their way to introduce her, I guess. And you have the Hulk is being all SJWE, and interestingly, Iron Man is kind of pushing back against it, but it looks very political. Which is kind of sad. I wish they'd just make a video game, but whatever. And then, of course, we have Warhammer series coming to Marvel, which is cool. Let's see. Zarsky's Daredevil is dope, though. That's cool. I haven't read it, but I should read it. I love Daredevil, but I think the whole Wade run really kind of soured me to Daredevil, to be honest with you. Mystique is trans. Think about it, huh? What the what? Nick C says, "Why Captain America in the center? Kamala is the star, not him." It's true. It is true. I've checked it out because Thundera had mentioned it, and she should be right at the front because it's all about her. Which that doesn't mean it won't be good, but it's just kind of more of the politic, right? They are saying Mystique is transgender fluid. Is she? Is she though? Because she's never been that. Like I said, she's always been the mother. That's kind of any kind of gendering of her character has always been around her being the mother of Nightcrawler, right? Whatever. They're idiots. And let's see what else they got in here. Just, once again, never really checked out Marvel before. So let's see if they have anything that's good. Marvel at Home. Here's how to stay connected with your favorite superheroes. Okay. Marvel Mission Recap. Captain Marvel's Star of Hala. All right. That's great. Sounds wonderful. Make your video calls worthy with these backgrounds. All right. That's neat. That's we can use that. Everything we saw during the first Marvel Avengers War Table live stream. Okay, well, I didn't catch that. Free digital comics, nice. All right, let's see what we got here. Legacy of Isaiah Bradley, the first Black Captain America. Huh? Okay. What is this right here? This doesn't look friendly. Join the Truth, Red, White, and Black Reading Club with Vita Ayala and Danny Lore. That just sounds super American. Super American, red, white, and black. There you go. Let's see. Writer actor Kevin Grivio on New Warriors and creating Blue Marvel. All right, all right. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Women of Marvel celebrate Pride with three powerhouse writers. Of course they do. Let me see. I guess that's a lesbian. I don't know what that is, but is that a woman? They got a lot of for making up what 2%, less than 2%, 1% of the population. They sure are overrepresented, aren't they? Can't Mystique change into dude? She can, but that doesn't have anything to do with her sexuality, does it? I mean, she's been displayed very clearly as female and feminine. Even though she can do that, she's never been displayed otherwise. Let's see. Let's see. Mystique killed the mutaphobic son. Oh, that's awesome. She's not, but that's what they are signaling. Of course it is. Where's everyone tonight, Chester? Well, I'm on an hour early, guys, and it's because my schedule is insane, and I just didn't want to cancel 2 days in a row. I wanted to do a show. I do apologize, but I have kind of in the middle of some negotiations right now, and I'm just really crazy. I'm having to, fly and drive around to all these cities, and I'm just really crazy right now. But I love doing the shows, and I don't want to just cancel for a month, which would make my life a lot easier, to be honest with you. But I'm doing my best to be here as much as I can. So they're not here because they're expecting me to be on in 45 minutes. So that's what it is. New American flag will be red, black, and gold. No, it won't. When you're talking about Adrian. Uh, Answering your Deadpool questions. Look at this picture, though. I mean, why is there so much overrepresentation? I mean, we want to talk about equality here. I mean, more than half of this team is not normal, right? Not that they can't have a job, but it's like, God, you're really overrepresenting things. New Marvel comics coming December. That's okay. That might be interesting. New in Marvel Unlimited. All right. And this is just talking about some comic books. Ooh, brand new Peter Parker Spider Ham. That might be cool. Let's see here. Marvel Iron Man VR, Ghosts from the Past. Well, those things aren't really very good yet. Joe Quesada's conversation with prolific comic creator Christopher Priest. Yeah, no, Christopher Priest is a great guy. He's also told you guys to go sit and spin because he was sick of being typecast because he's black. He can only write black things, and he kind of bitched at him until they let him do all this stuff. Which good for you, Christopher. So might be interesting. Did you know the spectacular secrets of Shang-Chi? Well, they do have that movie, or is it going to be a TV series? I think it's a movie, isn't it? Pretty sure it's going to be a movie. All right. More of this Marvel Unlimited. I thought that was canceled. I guess they brought it back. A superhero made of honey. Okay. Interesting. How Miles Morales becomes Spider-Man. Yeah, he's a fake Spider-Man. Awesome. Some people love him though. All right. Well, on and on and on. So, oh, we can get a Spider-Man credit card. I need that. Yeah. But I've never checked out the Marvel page before here on the show, and boy, is it woke. It is super woke. And another thing I found interesting. I'm going to go to the next story here momentarily, but one other thing I found really interesting is as I was looking for comic book news, pretty much all the news I found was really DC related. There's hardly anything that is Marvel centric, and that's interesting in and of itself, isn't it? He said it's going to be a TV show. I thought it was going to be a movie, but that's all right. Sana Amanat brought greatness to Marvel. Did she? Did she? Let's see. New American, not old America. What they will change the flag colors to. Yeah, I do believe they would have a fight on their hands before that, Adrian. But then again, we did have the BLM leader come up the other day and said if they're not given what they want, they will burn down the system and make something new. Well, I'm certainly confident that they can burn stuff down, but I have no confidence in them building anything. I mean, these people don't even they're hardly educated at all, and the problem is some of them have had a little bit of college education, but that's just made them more stupid. I mean, if you go listen to some of the quotes from these people, it's like, huh? I mean, it's kind of listened to. It's as if that Cortez lady, Ocasio Cortez, it's as if she was cloned because that's one of the dumbest humans I've seen in a long time that holds any kind of power, because they really don't know what they're talking about. But they can't even run it a few blocks for a month. Yeah, that's right. We had the fifth shooting just the other day. TFT, Marvel's webpage. Yeah, I will check out this Daredevil though. I love Daredevil. But he was treated so poorly under Wade that I just haven't looked at it since. But I should go check it out. Um, hey Joe, why won't you give Mr. Priest a job? Yeah, right. I mean, fair point. But whatever. This is Marvel, so let's move on here. Now, this one I thought was quite hilarious. I don't know if you guys saw this because in amongst all the chaos that's going on, you have a lot of these so-called professional comic book people are taking pledges, and of course, they all seem to be guilty of some kind of lewdness or another, and they're pointing fingers, and there's some kind of comic book fund that leader left because for some reason, and there's just all kind of chaos going on in comic books amongst these people. They're all either virtue signaling or apologizing for something that they have no business apologizing for or whatever. But this one I thought particularly out of all of it was really funny because one thing I've noticed about this Magdalene Visaggio guy, uh, he has become more and more red pilled. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, where Magdalene was the one threatening to knock people's teeth out with baseball bats and guitars, right? And, just screaming absolute, insane harpy, right? Has become more and more calm and more, centrist. And I don't know how that happened, but maybe he or she, I guess, is maybe starting to see the light. I'm not sure. But this I thought was funny because take a look at this. DC Comics writer Magdalene Visaggio accuses Sean Gardner Murphy of love bombing. Well, that's not a very. I get what bonding in the comics is doing, but that's not really what Mags says here. What Mags does say, which I think is pretty interesting, let's take a look at it. Let's go down to the quote here. Yeah, I don't want to get into a whole thing about what happened between me and Sean Murphy. I've covered that already elsewhere, and it's draining to recount. But while I need to categorically state that he never touched me, reading the accounts of others felt uncomfortably familiar. Well, of course he did. And she goes on, and he. See, I'm confused. He or she, whatever. We'll just call it Mags. And she says again, didn't touch me or intimidate me or what have you. Okay, well, of course he didn't. Look at you. He didn't come on to you at all. I guarantee he didn't. Right? So why is that accusation even out? But the good thing is Mags is out and clearing the air and saying no, that never happened. And the real complaint here is that Mags says that Murphy had promised Mags to have some kind of future opportunity, and it never came to fruition. That's really what the complaint is about. Right. So Mags is saying, well, he was nice to me and said he was going to give me some work, and then I didn't get it. So he was love bombing me. Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe you didn't deserve it, right? But who knows? But at least Mags was honest enough not to just ride that train, right? Uh,
Chester, you're early.
I had to be. I'm sorry, dude. Sean's face says, "Please help me." It does. Chester is siding with Mags and reads Zoe Quinn comics. Now, you hold on a second, Nick. You just back it up. Now, the thing is, Mags has actually calmed down quite a bit. You have to give credit where credit is due, dude. And I read the Zoe Quinn stuff under protest. So
Under
there you go.
protest.
Under protest. Hey, what's up, dude?
Nothing much. I just popped into the Discord to make sure we were see if we were streaming, and you're already going.
Yeah,
You're
well,
already off.
I had to, dude. I didn't want to cancel 2 days in a row, man, because I got a
Yeah.
crazy ass schedule today, and I was like, damn it, I'm just gonna go early. But I do apologize. But anyway, I'm sitting here
Oh, you're good.
talking about how Mags has made it clear for everyone that Sean Gardner Murphy didn't try to sexually assault her. So thank you, Mags.
Thank God.
Thank God.
I would actually lose more respect if he had tried. Not for the sexual assault, mind you. Not for the sexual assault part.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know anything about Sean Gardner Murphy. I mean, if he's a homosexual, then that would be fine. But from what I understand, he's not a homosexual. So
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
I mean,
it
he's a
seems odd.
he's a he's an all right looking guy. He can
He is.
he could definitely do much better. That's all I'm saying. He could
Yeah,
do
yeah.
much better.
But I don't know why it went around that was what happening. But good on Mags for not because Mags could have just sit there and said, "Oh, maybe," or just been vague or said nothing, right, and let it go, let it seat steep, right. But Mags came out and said, "No, no, 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 no. That's not at all what happened. Nothing like that even close came to happening. The only complaint Mags has is that she was promised work and wasn't given it, and that's who knows why that happened, right? Maybe you're just not
Uh,
worthy of it, right?
what does promised mean? A contract was signed, a
No,
handshake was exchanged, or yeah, we'll see what we can do. Because that's not
probably,
really a promise.
probably, but I brought this up because I could have brought up many articles, right? Talking about all of the insanity and the accusations and the finger pointing and the apologizing and all the crap that's coming out of these so-called pros in the comic book industry. But of all that stupidity, this is the one I thought was interesting. So I brought it up, right? Because
Gotcha.
it's interesting to me because Mags, for this past, I don't know, like 6 months, has really been more on the straight and narrow, and I don't know what change is going on with Mags, but something has changed. Because you do keep in
Well,
mind,
good.
Mags was virulent, like a toxic rabid rabbit, right?
Um, I don't. I could just only speculate, but maybe Mags has you know found some center and some peace in themselves, and that's good for them. That's what I want. That's what we want for everybody.
Sure. Well, maybe Mags found a boyfriend or something. And
Because the
that would help,
reality
right?
is, most people who are like that, who are just angry, they find ways to vent that anger. Whether it could be anything. Some people use race. Some people use their sexual identity. Some people use politics. Some people use sports. Most people use sports, I would
Yeah, that's
say.
true.
So when you get that kind of like anger in you and you let it fester, it hurts you. It hurts you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever you want to call it. It hurts you. It doesn't necessarily hurt the thing you're angry at, because more often than not, it's immaterial and there's nothing
Yeah,
you can do about it.
yeah,
So, but it does hurt you. And if you let that go and find a way to let it go and find a way to just be content, you're better and you see the world better. And that's what Stoicism's all about. Or, well, not all about, but that's one of the main things. That's what Christianity is largely about. I mean, Jesus himself was very much anti-anger. And anger isn't just being angry or feeling that something is wrong and doing something about it. Anger it's like depression. It's something you just in and you can't get out of.
yeah.
And I
No,
think
that's
that
fair.
was what Mags was going on with Mags.
Maybe. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Although Jesus also was a proponent of justified anger.
That's right.
He was. But no, I mean, in a way, I'm happy for Mags actually, because it seems like there's more of a centering in her psychology, right?
Yeah.
And that's good. And you guys know that although I think the gay agenda has been hijacked, I don't have any
Oh,
trouble with homosexuals whatsoever. They can live their life as they want to live their life, and I understand
Meaning,
that's what I said about Sean Gordon Murphy. I don't know about him; he can do whatever he wants to do. But Cult Video says he's married, pretty traditional dude, but a bit of a bleeding heart pushover. Makes sense.
I'm the same way. I don't particularly care what people do on their own time in
Yeah,
their own spaces. I do care when they start parading it around in front of children.
yeah. Well,
That's my line.
that's what I mean. That it's been hijacked, because I've actually seen a bunch of people. Dave Rubin being one of the main ones that have actually
Yes.
interviewed. He's gay himself, but he's interviewed others, and the actual standard gay community is not at all happy with what's going on, and the actual standard transgender community is not happy either. This has been hijacked for political purposes, And Nick C says, "I'm happy for Mags Chester 2020." Well, I am, dude, because I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. This person was, as we see with many situations, was given a position of not authority but opportunity when they didn't deserve it. Mags is not a good writer. It's just that's the end of it. It doesn't. None of the political stuff matters. But this person was given an opportunity and it went right to their head and lost. And I think I agree with Thundera, was, depressed and all kind of these crazy things, which obviously if you're going to the point of changing your body, there's a lot of craziness going on in
Yes.
in your head, right? And
Yes.
the fact that this person has seemed to found a little bit of more patience, a little more common sense, I am happy for her. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's wild, bro.
Hey,
What?
Booster, how
What?
you doing?
Hey, how we
It's my
doing?
little
What is
buddy.
this about love bombing? What is this?
Oh, it's nonsense. I'm actually done with this article. We're going to move on, but
Oh,
it's
can
okay.
you
Just
can you give me like a quick wrap up? Is she mad because Bruce is with Harley Quinn in that book or something?
probably no, no. What happened was there was a little controversy came out with Sean Gordon Murphy in regards to Max Saggio, and a lot of the rumor going around was that Sean Gordon Murphy had done inappropriate sexual stuff with Mags. Which is
Ew.
hilarious. And of course,
Why
Max,
would he?
no, why would he? But Max came out and said, no, 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 nothing like that ever happened. The only thing that happened was he promised me some work and then he didn't give it to me. That's it. So Max is
All right.
actually doing a good thing here. Now I understand with bounding into comics, and this is probably from Trent, wanting to create some controversy. Yeah, it is from Trent. Some controversy and clickbait. But this actually is a good article. It's Mags being forthright, which for the most part. I don't anything. But she Max does go on and complain a little bit about how easily he just let her hang, and didn't give her work and stuff. But in general, I appreciate Mags coming out and debunking all of that sexual stuff, because I mean it's kind of nonsense anyway, isn't it?
Sexy.
I
Sexy stuff.
agree.
Well, I got a bunch of people in here. Who's in here now?
Yes.
It's
It is I.
GOP Gamer.
It's you. Oh, that's right. You guys want to do a reveal.
What convenient timing!
Would you like to let me
We
come
got
back
something.
over?
Have I got a product for you?
All right. Let me come over then. Go ahead and you guys can share a screen, and I'll let everybody see it.
Oh,
I can't. Booster, you might have.
Have you ever wanted to see your lesbian book get upgraded? Well, I've got something for you. The Booster Kiwi variant. By me, Booster. I did it. I did the cover.
You
for
did.
White Lily
Well,
issue 5. Are you ready? Have you seen this cover, Chester? You looking at me?
I am. I'm looking at you. I'm waiting.
Have you ever seen this cover? So,
No. Uh-oh.
Here it is. This is White Lily issue 5, Lesbians and Plans.
Well, thank you. Now hold on a second here. Now, I have a Kiwi flying a plane, which is good, with a fabulous haircut. Fabulous haircut. Ezra Miller, of course, is running co-pilot, don't ya? Very nice. There's a bear that's saying actually. There's I don't know, what is that? A ninja in a plane? I'm not sure.
That's Crypto.
That's Crypto. Okay. Thundero was right, which
he's
is
known
Denali.
for wearing his hockey mask and waving his guns around.
Oh, right. That's right. So let's see. We got Denali over here where Thundero was right, which of course is always a good way to look at it. We got an Australian down here who is grinding his crotch on a. That must be Risey Lee.
Beer bottle. A beer bottle.
Yes,
Yeah, it is
correctly.
Risey Lee. And he's going down. He's going down on it. Lol. He's riding down on it like Dr. Strangelove.
We have a skunk girl on the wing being sexy. Very nice. Very nice.
Very sexy. Very sexy.
Cecil's got a pear shot out of his butt, as they do.
That's P.S. Melter.
Oh, is it? Oh, bring it down a little bit more. Bring it down a little bit more so we can see more of the picture, please. There you go. Is that Tank Ferret?
That is Tank Ferret.
And who's the wing? Is that Thundero?
The wing?
Yeah, the one next to Tank Ferret.
The one with the wings. That's Chevy's character from Vistry.
Oh, okay. All right.
And he's murdering pickles.
All right, that makes sense. Ninja's down here. Who's the cat?
Why do people think
it's a cat?
It's Rumble Terrier.
Oh, Rumble Terrier. That's a great name. That's one of my favorite names, actually.
Every time with this guy in that name.
And who's kissing in the plane down here?
That's Niobe and Sugar Lightspeed. And there's some hot lesbo action that is making P.S. Melter have a nosebleed as he observes it.
I see. So, what is Thundero's the plane? I don't know. I don't understand what's going on with Janelli's llama.
I'm the lightning bolt.
Oh.
You're dragging the banner behind your plane. That's you, by the way, the bear.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're the bear with the little hat, saying actually. And your plane says Namaste on it.
Oh, very nice. It's very nice. And I'm pulling a banner, which is cool. All right, I get it. Yeah. Very nice, dude. So this is White Lily, Lesbians in Planes.
For some reason, Booster is implying that I've lightning bolted Denali, which is completely untrue. He would never deserve such a fate.
No.
I wanted someone to get lightning bolted. It just happened to be Denali. I tried redrawing this thing like 3 times with 3 different characters. I fucked it up every time until finally Denali came out right. So it was fate.
It was fate. Yeah. Cultfin Video says it's like Warhol, but good. All right, there you go. Very nice. All right, well, tell us a little bit about this project here. This, of course, is Indiegogo, right?
This is Kickstarter.
It's Kickstarter. Okay. And so what's our perks here? We got like a $10 or more.
There's a $10 one where you can commission me, and this money goes to me. So you should pick this one.
Okay.
Well, you should pick. Well, we'll get to it.
No one's picked this one. Someone picked this one. I want money.
Okay, so we have a $10 tier that is you can have a commission in MS Paint by Booster Kiwi to whatever character you want, or you want yourself drawn, he can draw you.
I do it all.
For $15 plus shipping. you actually get the book, and the cover is obviously on a book, and that book
Super
is White
rare
Lily.
cover. Only 100 will ever exist.
Yes, we will never make more. I
Mhm.
mean, I know that's shocking to everyone listening, but we will never
Morally
make more.
speaking, only 100 should exist.
Yeah. And we're only selling 97 of them. So so for $15 plus shipping, you get your very first variant cover ever done. Like, he's officially going to be a published cover artist. Booster, I mean, Booster has made it. This is it.
I've done it.
But
I can
this is a
finally call
cover.
my dad again.
Aww.
Exactly. He's gonna be so proud.
Mhm.
It took a while. You're there.
You're there.
Um,
You made it, boy.
Pick up and go, who
You
the fuck are
made
you,
it.
mate? My
You're
dad's
the big
English.
time.
So.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I'm a big time cover artist now. But yeah, it's covering White Lily #5, which is Preston Poulter's fifth book in his in the last book in his White Lily series, which if you didn't realize was about lesbians and
Yeah, I made sure to make that clear.
Yes,
I didn't want anyone to feel bamboozled.
It's about female ace fighter pilots fighting for the Soviet Union against the Nazis in World War II.
I should redraw it all with this.
You should what?
I should redraw the whole thing, but with this.
Yeah, you should. I agree.
With Booster and Isra's love.
That would be great. So anyway, so that's it. So if you go to the if you decide, well, what if I want Booster to do a drawing of me and I want the book? Well, just pledge $25. Well, yeah, back the $15 and pledge at 25.
You should refresh, Booster. You should refresh.
I should refresh. I should refresh right now.
Yes.
I got another backer. Who could it be?
Oh my god!
I wonder.
That's amazing. So
beautiful.
Cool.
Well, thank you, mystery backer.
We don't know who you are. We don't have any idea, but thank you.
Now hold on a second. That's showing 0 backers. It's not true. There's 1 backer in there. I just backed it there. So.
Well, we had more than we had more than that. So that's going backwards. We don't want to have that.
It's just not
the
showing.
They're refunding at a breakneck speed.
Cool.
Oh man.
But obviously everyone needs to go back this. I mean, come on now.
Obviously.
Get in there and back this. And I think backing the $10 one, I'm just getting a digital. So, there's still a whole bunch of books out there for you to get.
No, you're just getting a digital commission. You're not getting a digital
You're getting a commission. Booster is commissioning.
Yeah, that's fine.
Booster, you're commissioning Booster to do an art piece. We're not doing a digital version of
I see.
This because we're primarily selling it here because of the
physical.
So I get a commission.
Yep.
You can get a commission.
Whatever you like.
Oh no, I'll have to think about it.
I don't like giving him this power. Also, we had a deal with Preston, didn't we? That if you back it at like $70 or so, he'll get it like. It wasn't CDC graded. It was the other one.
It was.
That was near him. It was something like CBCS.
Not CDC. I forget what it is. I have to work it out with him specifically and actually set that tier.
Anyway, we can get this book graded.
Oh really?
Yes.
Awesome.
So he will. It won't be CGC. It's the other one. I can't remember the name. Preston told me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely in the cards. But I mean, that'll definitely be a much more expensive. But if you really wanted to get the book graded.
But imagine the value 100 years from now.
To make no, it's if that's what you want, do you, be free, live your life the way you want to.
Like a lesbian in a plane.
Like a lesbian in a plane. Yeah, it's
Now,
actually
like
I think much better than snakes on a plane. personally.
Yeah, well, I mean, I personally, if I had
That's
a
smart
choice,
clams on a plane.
if I had a choice between being on a plane full of lesbians and being on a plane full of snakes,
I'd
I
pick the
might.
snakes.
I'd take the snakes, damn.
Well, it
I'd
depends
take my
on-
chances with the fucking snakes.
it depends on what kind of lesbians we're talking about.
Yeah, we
Oh.
talking about porno ones or real ones?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. There you go. Go back, porno lesbians here by getting this
There we
book.
go.
There you go.
Mhm.
But I have a feeling this is
As a
going to
cover
sell
of
out pretty
CS.
quick, dude.
I really hope
We'll
so.
see. We'll see.
Well, because here's the thing. So if I can make back my initial investment into this, I mean, into this project, then I'll definitely be considering doing this with other artists, and I mean even more with Booster as well, and with different creators. Whoever I can convince to allow me after this, then I will totally be willing to do that in the future if there's enough interest.
Yeah. No, and I think you should. I think it's hilarious. I hope people back this, and it's just fun, right? But let's back Booster. Why not, right? Chester would
not?
throw a snake. I have thrown snakes, brother. And Coltvin Video says, I just realized that's not Jason from Friday the 13th. Lol. Deep lore for this cover. There actually is a lot of
Deep
deep
lore.
lore in this cover.
Deep
Absolutely.
lore.
There is.
Yeah. It's funny.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
love that Risey Lee is like one of the smallest on the page, and he is just grinding that beer bottle or whiskey
He's having
bottle.
a good
I love
time.
it. Yeah.
We weren't sure people were gonna realize it was him, so we made sure the boomerang.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Just to scroll
Boomerang
up.
made it absolutely sure. What's that? Oh my god, I'm at 11! What are you
Wait,
people
what's
doing? I mean, thank you!
Oh, yeah, no, that's great. We appreciate it.
Oh my
Absolutely. Yeah.
god.
Keep it up, guys.
Maniacs.
Yeah. Let's get this thing done just for the fun of it, just for the community of
backers.
it, man.
Shit, I have to I have to put more and more in there.
Well, maybe you'll get
Mhm.
1,000 of them.
1,000. Oh my god. Oh, I could work with that. I'll do
Yeah.
it. I'll do it. I'll shit out 1,000 commissions, 10 minutes each.
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, I'll put special care into your commission.
Booster, if you
no.
get 1,000 of them, you'll make $10,000.
Mhm.
A lot of money.
Shit.
A lot of money.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I
there
can
you
work
go.
with that.
Get
Yeah,
get
commission
get
me.
Booster some bread. That tomato weighing is just not living up to what its
Stop the-
expectations, right?
Not doing it. I'd do
No.
it all year if it was available. I'm not gonna lie. It's
Well, no, yeah, I mean, sure, but it's a
No.
seasonal thing, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway,
Alright.
guys, awesome. I'm glad to see it here. And is this the debut on this channel?
It is not. I did it on my
It
channel
was
yesterday.
actually.
Oh,
So,
okay,
yes,
okay.
I sent you that message. Yeah, I sent you that message yesterday.
Yeah, no, I
but,
wasn't.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, we.
Yeah, yesterday
So I-
was a
But
crazy
that's
day, dude.
okay.
Over the weekend, I had to go into Tokyo. I was going to get a plane, but one of my friends works for the kind of like the Coast Guard, I guess. So I actually took a helicopter to Tokyo on Saturday. Thought I was going to get a helicopter ride back on Monday, but their schedule changed. So I had to grab a plane to get back to my prefecture, and then I had to take a frickin' bus back to the town I live in. So I had quite an ordeal yesterday, actually.
It's so weird because when I think of Japan, I think of not a very big place, yet you have planes internally flying around all around.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah. No, of course, it's a very modern place. But I just it was cool for me because I haven't been in helicopters much in my life, so that was kind of a neat ride. And that's one of those big like kind of like Coast Guard helicopters, one of those giant ones. That was kind of neat.
Nice.
So here's my question about the Japanese Coast Guard. How much what percentage of their job is them watching out for you?
Let's say that again.
What percentage do you think of their time do they spend watching out for kaiju attacks?
0, I would say. Yeah. Most of their
Really?
time is helping people who get lost in the woods and fishermen and stuff on the ocean mainly.
But why do they get lost in the woods and
Oh, there
the
you
ocean
go.
and fish?
There it is.
It's
There
probably
it is.
because of
There it
kaiju.
is.
Kaiju.
Yeah, probably. But anyway, that's why I didn't make it back in time because I thought I'd be back in time because I thought we were going to get on the they had scheduled like for 5:30 or something like that in the morning because I guess they have to use their helicopters have to go to Tokyo for inspection or something like that. So I thought I was going to get a ride back early in the morning and that's a very quick ride over to where they're government so they go straight. They don't have to follow airline routes and stuff. So I thought I was going to be back just in time to do the show, but of course I got here 2 hours later. But whatever.
All right.
Bullshit. Sheldon says there's kaiju's everywhere in the Japanese coast. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. But anyway, so definitely go over and back this, guys. Please back this. How many? How are we up to now?
12.
Yeah.
People
there
are
we go.
maniacs.
Come on, people.
I love it.
Definitely back this. That is cool. That is cool.
Oh, that is awesome. Thanks, guys.
If we could somehow get this funded, some odd circumstance, we'll see you all beautiful.
You're roboting real hard, GOP.
Oh, I'm roboting. Well, that wouldn't help at all. Then, if I was saying, if I can get this funded somehow, all right, we can hit that $500 goal. I will sing you all a very beautiful.
Beautiful song.
Very
very nice.
How beautiful? Knows. Like unforgettable.
Chester knows.
Yes, I know. He does.
That's what
he does.
You are.
Irish parodies.
Oh. Alrighty, shall we move on with the news then?
We should.
I do all sorts of stuff.
You do. You're quite a talented little boy. But let me go ahead and move over. And since I got a bunch of people in here, I should probably go ahead and what I got to do this one. I should probably share my screen with you guys. So let me do that.
Oh, thank you, Zach Bradley. That's awesome.
All right, so here we go. You guys can be able to see that now. And let me come over and bring that up again like that. All right, cool. All right, so let me get back to our news and let me bring you guys in the chat back up. All right, so this article is done. Let's move on. Now, a little bit of fun. Well, we just had some fun with Booster's new cover for White Lily. But this one I thought was pretty cool. Go ahead, Booster.
Oh, what do we got? Let me just... Sakimi-chan shares new pinup of Dragon Ball's Android 18 in denim bunny bikini.
Sweet.
I have seen a lot of this person's art. She is ridiculously talented. And she makes all
good.
the right people very, very mad.
She does, and it's I thought she was a woman and had a right to do whatever she wanted to do, but whatever. Now, if you guys don't know, this goes in a little bit of this lady and Android 18, of course, from Dragon Ball Z, which I don't know much about. I'm not a big Dragon Ball Z guy. Only thing I know is my kids watched it, so I watched it with them, of course. Now, I'm curious of the other fathers in the room. When my kids were little, I always made sure that I watched what they were watching, so I knew the content. Right? Did you guys do the same?
Well, I don't have.
Oh, so I'm the only dad in here right now.
Well, I when I was a father, long story short, yeah, I did the same.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. There you go. I just I wonder. I have a feeling a lot of parents don't do that, and it's you should do that.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
They just set them down in front of it. Even when I was for a while, I was helping my sister because she had a deadbeat husband, so I was like helping watch her kids and stuff, right? And I would do that then as well, make sure I knew what they were watching at all times. If they were watching anything, they were usually outside playing.
Well, this character, this android, is a part of the story, of course, and this girl has done a nice, very nice digital art piece. Ooh, okay. And put her in the Playboy outfit. So, appreciate. It's very, very nice. She even put a little camel toe
flab
there.
folds.
Yeah.
All the little meat folds where they need to be.
Yeah, right.
We need to get these sorts of androids created as soon as possible.
As soon as possible. Yes, we need for Booster. For Booster.
Absolutely. One that you'll behave.
I
doesn't talk back to me.
It's not cheating with an android. So for every man.
Is it? Is it not though? But all right. This, of course, is a very voluptuous android here. Her breasts are much larger in this version than the original, but that's all right. The interesting thing for me is it seems to me that this Sakumi is an actual Japanese. There's a lot of people who take on Japanese names because they're weebs and you don't know what their actual ethnicity is. But this person is clearly Japanese because it has the Playboy bunny. Uh, this Playboy bunny thing here in Japan, now it's funny, dude. It's hilarious. You see these bunny suits on all kinds of shows, and the Japanese just don't really understand what it is. They don't get it. There's a family show that comes on every New Year's. New Year's is like one of the biggest holidays in Japan, right? And they have a show every year where, which is a really cool show. It's an art challenge show where you have to put on some kind of artistic representation, but you can only use the human body, right? So you got people that will form shapes, or it's kind of hard. It sounds weird me explaining it, but if you saw it, it's actually very very cool. But in this, the girl who runs up and gives you your medal if you get enough votes to move on to the possible championship section, she's always in a bunny suit, Playboy bunny suit, right? She runs up, puts it on. You see them on all kind of shows here. They just don't get what it is. They don't understand that it's a purely smut driven. They don't get it. So you see these bunnies everywhere. Now this Sakumi, she understands the sexuality of it clearly, but that's assuming it's a girl. But yeah, it's funny to me. But this is obviously a Japanese girl.
All
No,
right,
no,
then.
no one cares anything about that. All right, fine. Shut up, Chester. I
Yeah,
get
no,
it. I
you're the
get it.
resident expert. We're here to learn.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm too busy rubbing
Oh
one out.
my.
Sorry.
Oh my. What
Oh, what?
What? What are we? What? On.
browser's
We're
Chester
looking at
using?
boobies.
Oh.
Nani? Well, I'm sorry. What's the problem?
he turned Japanese on us for a second there.
Ooh, those are nice.
Those are very nice.
That's pretty much what I'm dealing with over here. boys. It's
Oh,
all
there's
news.
more. There's more.
Yeah, this person has a whole Twitter, dude.
Yep.
Like, a lot about like this. She very talented person.
Ooh.
Oh, uh-oh.
That's a nice one right there. You know, the funny thing is that little phone with the bunny ears, my daughter has the same one. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Well, hold on a second. What's this one? Strong and thick.
Very nice is what
Nice
that is.
muscles in the back there. Good job, man. Good job. We got a little bunny tail. All right, sweet. I didn't even know those were in there. The chat likes it. YouTube bot. Did something happen when I changed over the Twitter or something?
I don't think so. No.
Oh,
No.
whatever.
When you switched over to it, it said your browser's not supported. That's the only thing I saw.
Oh, well, whatever. It's working now. But I like this. Is my favorite one. I like this one.
You like that butt? You like that big brown butt?
Well, I think the legs are too thick, but I just think I like the musculature.
Ah, yes.
Said no,
You're like a
Roswell
woman that
Squirrel.
can kick your ass, huh?
Yeah, she can try. But all right, let's move on into some more serious stuff. Booster, go ahead.
Oh, what do we have here? What do we? Maggot Robbie. I like saying it, Maggot Robbie to headline female-fronted Pirates of the Caribbean.
Wonder how many franchises she's gonna bomb before they just do away with her.
I don't know, but I thought this was the reason I brought it. Once again, it's not comic related, but there's not a lot that's comic related news right now. But I thought this was interesting because we know that Johnny Depp has been absolutely, completely vindicated, 100% vindicated. There is a petition that I don't even know what it's up to now, but last I looked at it, which was a week ago, it was 500,000 people petitioning to get Disney to reinstate him, right? And not even a peep out of Disney, right? One word from Amanda Heard got him fired. One word, right? 500,000 people, they don't care. This shows you the hypocrisy, right? And now we can see that they really, really don't care because screw Johnny Depp. We're going with Margot Robbie, and she can't carry anything on her own, dude. Although I, Tanya, wasn't bad, to be fair. That wasn't bad.
let's face it. Her best role was in Wolf of Wall Street.
I haven't even seen that movie. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, you need to see that movie when you get a
you
chance.
need to
I
see
think
at
you'll
least
love it.
one part of that movie.
Well, I mean, she's pretty girl. I mean, that's about it. But yeah, no. Who's going to watch this? I mean, the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise was already kind of really on its knees anyway. It had
Yeah.
lost popularity incredibly so. But now you're going to try to reboot it with Margot Robbie. Why? Now, to be fair, there were actual female pirates. There were. So it's not like it's something that's unbelievable, but it's just
Sure.
ridiculous, and it's just going to bring more disdain toward Disney, as if they don't have enough, because of the fact that they're not listening to the people at all. I mean, when you
It's
have half a
probably
million people that are calling for the reinstatement and you just ignore them, that's not going to help you. That's not a small amount. That's a lot of people, dude.
I
yeah.
think they're listening within their echo chamber. I mean, I think the people who are around them in that community. I honestly feel like once you're accused, regardless of whether you're they go back on that, is if even if you come out, even if it comes out that you are innocent, completely innocent of everything you're being accused of, you will always have that sort of taint. You know, that's I don't think it'll ever go away. I think this is just one of those things he now just has to deal with.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, it's the way it works. It's unfair, but it is true. I mean, look at Michael Jackson, for instance. He was obviously a creepy guy. I mean, it's obvious he's a weirdo. But there was never any evidence ever that he ever did anything to little kids at all. But yet that stigma's never going to go away. That's actually kind of, I was making a joke on the pontificators about Caligula, because that's another guy. I know this is historical, and you guys like shut up, Chester already. But let me ask a question. What is Caliglia's name?
Caligula.
Caligula.
No, it's not. His
Ah,
name
shit, I failed.
his name is Gaius, right? Why is he called Caligula? Because when he was a little
Because
boy,
Caligula sounds way cooler.
no, it actually sounds dumb if you know what it means, but obviously you didn't study
I,
Latin.
I was just
Um,
I just felt your pronunciation was
well,
I
no,
studied
because
Latin. When am I gonna use that?
no, I
You
use it all the
dick.
time. But
Use it all the time. Yeah.
sure, in translation and stuff, I need it all the time. But anyway, no, what Caligula means is when he was a little boy, his parents are like super high end royalty, right? And his father was Gaius Germanicus, and he was like this super general up in the Germanic territories. And they moved from one military camp to another because he's a general. And his mother dressed Caligula or Gaius in a little centurion outfit when he was a kid. And he was kind of cute. He was kind of like a mascot. And what Caligula means is little boots because he had the little centurion boots on. So his nickname was
Yeah.
Little Boots, right?
Yeah, I knew that. I
And
just couldn't remember when you asked it, but I did know that. Well, now that you say it, I remember
yeah,
it
well,
clicked.
there you go. And but the thing is, Caligula, you have this image of him being this incredible sex fiend, etc., etc., etc. He was none of those things. That is all propaganda written by the people who wanted to destroy his name. And boy, were they successful. Because here we are, 2,000 years later nearly, and we're still calling him Caligula. Right? So, yeah, this kind of stigma can stick with you and it can never, ever, ever go away. It is fair. That is fair. Yeah.
That's a good point. Very
Yeah.
good point.
hmm Eric
So
says Chester uses Latin every time he brings it up. Shut up, Eric. Actually, I do know quite a lot about Caligula, Nick. But I just thought it was a good reference to the point that Johnny Depp will never live this down. He won't. And it's not fair, but it
Yeah.
is what it is. Cult Film Video says, I bet Disney will give Depp a cameo and ease him back in. It should also be noted that the real reason for the reboot is rising costs and diminishing box office returns. That's probably fair. Now, I thought they were talking about doing a female reboot before all this Johnny Depp stuff happened anyway. With Amanda Heard, that is very true. Cult Film Video, but maybe they will, maybe they won't. But GOP is 100% correct. There's many people that have been tainted, and they'll never get their name back because simply the accusation. And here's the crazy thing, because a lot of these accusations these days, and especially with the comic book people and all these things that are going on right now, a lot of it has to do with sexual misconduct, right? A lot of it. And the problem with that is with sexual misconduct charges or rape accusations and stuff. What percentage of those are proven to be false? You guys have any clue? This is
I think
statistically based, right? What percentage
I
of
know if I
rape?
speak up, I'm gonna be turned right down.
Well, that's
I
true,
heard
but
like
you
the
I don't have
feminist stats always say like, oh, it's only like 3%.
Well, no, the feminists would lie, like Barack Obama, and say 1 in 4 women are
No,
sexually abused in their life, which is complete bullshit. But no, seriously, what
that is
is the
also very
percentage
false
of
statistic. Yeah.
rape accusations brought into the police, right? Rape accusations that are found to be false. What percentage of them do you think?
I would say about 30.
30%. Okay, Thunder, I know you have an opinion.
Um, it's the problem is it's hard to parse the data correctly because a lot of times they don't move forward with anything other than a public accusation. But
Yeah.
it's fairly high because there's no way to know one way or the other because of that, right?
Yeah.
So I can't remember the number, but it's pretty good. It's pretty terrifying,
It is
actually.
terrifying. And I'm talking about accusations brought to the police, not just open accusations made 30
Gotcha.
years later. I'm talking about stuff actually reported to the police. The number is this: 95% are found to be false.
Yeah,
95%. That
I
is
knew it was like 95 or
insane.
97.
Insane number,
And
right?
that's not just 95% that they just didn't have the information or didn't
But
have
why
the
would women lie?
evidence.
Well, I'm just saying that
Right.
this is the problem, right? That they keep saying listen and believe. Why would we ever do that with that simple statistic? And as these guys are kind of intimating, it's actually much worse than that, right? Because this is just a straight statistic that they couldn't bring a case and they dropped it out. It's actually much worse than that because most accusations never go to the police and they're always
Yes.
decades later, right? And it's
Mhm.
absolute nonsense. Of course, what I'm saying this for is because it ties into this situation with Johnny Depp. So many of these guys are getting accused just left and right, and it's just destroying careers. Even though we know most of the time women lie about it. It is one of the
Well,
most
people,
powerful tools women have is to lie about
yeah,
sexual misconduct.
people say like people want to make the argument. Well, why would they lie? Like, what benefit do they have? Well, there's a lot of benefit. I mean, there is so much benefit nowadays in being a victim.
Oh my God,
Like
yeah.
Hmm.
that is how hierarchy works, especially in a lot of these more areas. The more of a victim that you can claim to be, regardless of whether you are genuinely a victim or not, the higher on the totem pole, I guess, you would actually be considered.
Mhm.
So
Well, no, you're right, and for other stupid reasons too. Like I can give you a personal example. One of my friends, way back in the '80s, I guess it was, maybe it was the '90s, but it was around that time. This girl got home late. She was past her curfew, and she decided the best way not to get in trouble from daddy was to say that she was raped, and it went to court, right? Simply because she didn't want to get in trouble for being late on curfew. That was her go-to rape accusation.
Mm.
Now, it all came out and it was nonsense and he didn't get in any trouble for it, but that stigma still hung over him, didn't it? Because he was accused for the
did she
stupidest
get in
reason
trouble
ever.
for it?
No, of course not. Women never get in trouble for anything. That's why they keep
Yeah.
doing it. I mean, and now understand, I'm not saying all women because it's not all women, but it's enough of them. And
So
you
we
know,
need to beat them.
And it,
no,
it does really it takes away of like legitimate times that
sure,
people are raped because it does. I mean, obviously it happens, and people, like those people, then they get bogged down in the system where
yeah,
everyone else is abusing that system, but the people who actually could use the help and the way the system is actually placed, those people, uh, it's made for those people to benefit,
yeah.
but yeah, people keep abusing it,
No, no,
so
they
it's
abused it
a lot
left and right.
harder.
Amber Heard did. The Kavanaugh hearing was
Hmm.
a complete abuse of power. That guy did nothing, and the court. Luckily, they failed. But I mean, that guy is a justice right now, but that'll always taint him. That'll always stick with him. They keep mentioning it
Yeah.
in the press, right?
It's going to happen every election cycle. I mean, every
Well, from
single
now
time.
on, yeah,
It's
that's
just
true.
it's just going to be a staple of any time, like especially Republicans put out, new justice, or any time they're doing anything. I mean, it's going to be Bork every single time.
Yeah.
Never going to.
Well, they tried to throw it on the Don too, where he was sexually misconducting with a porn star. No, he fucked a porn star. Claps.
Yeah, yeah.
Claps.
I mean, granted, I always found Stormy Daniels to be a kind of overrated.
She's
but,
sloppy as hell. But
She's also disgusting. I mean,
but
But I almost
whatever.
feel like it was one of those things where she was just like she was, because she was like the big name for a time,
Was she?
like yeah, she was pretty popular. She was one of one of the top porn stars at that time.
I had no clue.
Mid to late. But I think it's just more of like a it's like a status thing. There's certain porn stars that be like, it might not be as attractive as other women, but I get to say that I slept with the person.
Well, I mean, I can only name 2 female porn stars: Stormy Daniels because of the Trump thing, and I can't. What's her name? That girl from the like 70s and the early 80s.
So you can only name one.
Yeah, damn it. I can only name one. I know the other one though. I remember hearing about it because it was a big controversy because most of her films she was actually underage, I guess. Tracy Lords. That's the one. See, I can name 2. So
Okay.
sweet. But anyway, moving on. But this is whatever. Yeah, whatever. Let's move into some comic book stuff though. Now,
Well, real quick, I wanted to say something about the Disney. The reason Disney and all these companies are doing this is because they're chasing whales. It's not even necessarily ideological for that. Well, Disney it is, but some of the other ones it's not. They're chasing whales. These people have been told by academia that certain people on the progressive or left side, or even normies who will just go along with it, will spend ridiculous money on their stuff to the point of obsession and cult-like adherence,
sure.
which is pretty obviously correct because look at how much money like Endgame made, right, and Infinity War before it, and pretty much all the MCU. That's what they're chasing. They're chasing the whales. If it was, if those studies didn't exist, they'd keep a much more standard message. I don't know if Disney would, because Disney is definitely ideologically driven. But
no,
a lot of the other companies would, like McDonald's isn't ideologically driven, right? They don't care. Walmart isn't ideologically driven. They don't care about that stuff. They're just going to use it to make money. But Disney definitely has been taken over by people with an ideology a long time ago. And
true. Yeah.
They've been pushing it for decades. People just didn't pay attention. Which is why when you're talking about what are your kids watching? Well, what are your kids watching? Are they watching those Disney movies? What are those Disney movies teaching them? Crap like, it's just follow your heart. Just follow your heart and everything will be okay. What the does that mean? That means nothing.
Yeah.
No, that's ridiculous and completely anti-Western philosophy, really. The reality is our world was built by smart people doing smart things and being very, very nasty when they had to be. That's what builds the world.
Sounds like you gave up following your heart a long time.
That's a long time ago. Oh.
Yes, I've never had a heart.
You just have to believe!
Hearts are for pussies, Booster!
Oh my God. There you go, Booster. You've been put in your place. No, of course that's very, very true. But
I was told to believe in Disney magic.
Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. It's off to work we go.
Okay, go. I don't sing that song very often. Hi ho.
Well, Nick, they say whistle while you work. No, but The funny thing is that we're not, of course, today. I'm trying to stick it to comic books as much as I possibly can, but of course, we did have a big thing happen within the past 10 hours, right? Reddit canceled 2,000 accounts or something like that with millions of people. They just kicked them
Oh
out.
my god.
Twitch did a bunch of purging, including Donald Trump. YouTube kicked off 25,000 channels. This has happened in the past 10, 12 hours, right? And I'm sure Twitch and the other ones are going to be, they're all colluding and working together, of course. But we didn't really get into talking about that because it's not comic related necessarily. But yeah, it's shit's going on, dude.
But here's the important. All right, the important thing is that Booster's
Yeah, and he roboted just out.
He's saying something about Booster's channel still being here.
Yeah, that's
yes,
fair.
Booster's
And we're
channel
still
is
here.
still here, and that's the important thing.
And also us. Also, yeah.
Well, who knows
Yeah,
how long we'll
Chester
be here,
too.
though.
Chester.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, Chester too. Yeah, just forget me. Culviv Winio says one was recently sentenced to hard time for lying about rape. The justice system is catching up to current year. Also, a lot of feminists have turned on Heard for lying about Johnny. Yeah, this might be true, but I don't think it has any legs, dude. I don't think it has any legs whatsoever. Sheldon Martin says the porn force is weak in Chester. Yeah, and I know, guys. Do keep in mind, I'm not judgmental about it, though. You can do whatever. I have no problem with it. I'm just not really.
I hate to burst Nick C in a lot of people's bubble. If you think this stuff's going to stop because of an stop because of election year, you're dead wrong.
Yeah. Well, no.
These Marxists that are storming our streets and killing people, they aren't going to stop until they get what they want or we stop them. It's that simple.
You know, it's funny. The shooting has started, Thundero. Literally.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Yeah. But no, I don't think it doesn't matter who wins in November. This is not going to change.
Correct.
If Trump wins, then the left is just going to act even more crazy. And if Biden wins, then, they have no one even attempting to stop them at that point. So it's like they're just going to keep doing whatever they want to do until people actually, stop what they're doing.
Yeah, no, true.
Or stop them from doing it.
Yeah, if Biden wins, what you got to see is the countryside segregate themselves out, which we already saw happen in several places. Virginia being the most visible one, where the governor wanted to put in all those anti-gun rules, and all those counties were like, well, we're just not going to listen to them, and they made themselves sanctuary gun areas. You'll see a lot more of that, I think. Going forward, and I think whether Trump wins or not, you're going to see more of that. But yeah, we're at a turning point. We most certainly are, and I personally think on the political side of it, what we really need to do is look back to what the founders said and what they did, because the founders were very enlightened people. And the way they built this country was very spectacular in its way, and that's really what we need to do. We need to go back to the Constitution. I don't care if you're a left-leaning or right-leaning person. Let's stick to the Constitution because it was well conceived.
I agree with you. We need to go back to the Constitution, and then we need to strengthen it so this can never happen again, or make it extremely hard for it to happen again. By returning to the original definitions of many of the things that are written in it, like free speech. The provisions of free speech have always had a clause, and that is you have to tell the truth. If you're not telling the truth, you're lying, and that's not to be allowed in the public against the public. Sure. It's never been that way. In fact, that was the original intention that they had for it. And the fact that the journalists continuously abuse it is a problem. The fact that academia continuously abuses it is a problem. And the fact that politicians continuously abuse it is an even bigger problem. So I think we need to go back. You're correct. I think the American Constitution is probably the greatest document ever written for the governance of man anyway. But it's still not good enough to defeat the parasites because they couldn't possibly have foreseen Marxism. There's no way they could have saw that coming. It hadn't been conceived of yet. Karl Marx I don't think he was alive yet. And so when it hit, when it started to hit all over the world, it took some time, but eventually it did what it does, and it subverted. And the founders, unfortunately, didn't put in provisions to prevent subversion. They prevented pretty much everything else, but not subversion. Because they couldn't have possibly foresaw a world where Marxism exists and where corporations would kneel to an ideology that's completely antithetical to just making money. right?
True.
Just power and money.
But they did use
I just
words
wanna-
against insurrection, however. And
Correct.
How true.
the simple fact of the matter is, there are many extra constitutional letters and papers that were written a little bit after the Constitution was,
Yes.
signed, because what was happening in France. The French Revolution, it was the first true introduction to socialism, right?
Yes.
And those founders at the time, Jefferson, Adams, and all of them, even Franklin. Franklin was a rather secular dude, right? But even he saw the dangers of that and wrote against it. And actually, another thing about Franklin is he was, even though he was very secular and he was certainly a deist, I think he would be considered, maybe not even that far, but I'll just put him in the deist group. Even
Mhm.
he understood the value of character, religion,
Yes.
God, all those things. He saw the value of it. What did he call it? The tiger soul, or the tiger
Well,
something?
he understood that not everybody was like him. He was a
Sure.
man of incredible agency, a very rare type of man. Incredibly intelligent, incredibly morally able to act and do things that other people can't do strictly because of the way he viewed the world. Most people don't view the world that way. They see things very simple. People are simple. I think the greatest quote in movie history actually comes from the movie Men in Black, when he's trying to tell him why the Men in Black don't just tell everybody, and he says, "A person is smart, but people are dumb, scared, stupid animals, and you know it." Because that's correct. That's exactly how people behave. Individual people can rationalize and think things through, or individual persons, but once you get a group of people together, you get nonsense. Nonsense starts happening. And nobody really understands why that is, but it does happen a lot. And I think Jefferson understood that. And he understood that there are certain things in society that help us vanguard against. Why is Dillard up in the live stream waiting room? What is he doing? That help us vanguard against it. And I think I'll drag him down. I think one of the main reasons why he was like that, because he would also go listen to Christian preachers, attend their sermons and stuff, like, regularly, even though he wasn't a Christian, because he understood the importance of the moral philosophy. The moral philosophy was why it was being taught.
Well,
It was
actually,
more important than the religion itself.
we kind of got off on the religious side, but there is an actual letter that was between Jefferson and a preacher, I think, a Baptist preacher, asking why, because they knew he was a deist, why was he going to church? Why was he supporting these kind of things? And he said, because I'm the leader of the country, and this is a
Yes.
Christian country, something like that. But that's kind of off the topic of what I was talking about.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Well, I was going to mention basically about groups of people. I feel like the mob is only as smart as it. That's usually how I kind of perceive these.
well, you
massive
roboted
guys.
out, so I'm going to translate. The mob is as smart as Ocasio-Cortez. That's what he said.
Right. Sorry to keep roboting out. This sucks. But I would also mention that as far as changing the Constitution, I just feel like we should edit the Second Amendment to specifically mention Abram.
Abram tanks. Yeah, no, I agree. We should definitely have them. I want one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you can get them. You can buy a tank. Buy a tank right now in America. It's actually easier to buy a tank than it is an automatic firearm.
Probably.
Yeah.
It is? Seriously. They're just really, really expensive, Abrams tanks.
I imagine so.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
I want a tank.
Anyway, let's move on to this article here. Now, Booster, go ahead.
Ah, shit! I'm not on my computer. I'm in the kitchen. I'm putting on some pie.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll read it then.
I'll do it. I got it. I'll do it.
Okay.
Outlawed everything we know so far about Marvel's teen-centric sequel.
All right.
Marvel's teen heroes are under a new mandate, or they will be when the comics arrive.
Oh.
We talked about this already, and this is basically Marvel once again doing Civil War again, right? This is what, the third or fourth time they're doing this. But this time they're
The
doing
heroes
the
just
teens.
cannot get along.
Well, they just can't. They can't get away from this idea because
They
Civil War was
can't
so
even.
successful. Yeah, Now,
That
as
seems like the
many
rest of America can't get away from a Civil War idea either.
it seems so, John. But it's interesting because every article I saw today all said before COVID-19, before COVID-19, they all say the same thing. But what this is talking about, of course, is a law coming in. It's very much Civil War because Kamala Khan was with Miles Morales, of course. And they were at a summit, a global warming summit, listening to a young European
Jesus
global
Christ.
warming activist. I wonder who that's
No!
supposed to be.
No, they got Greta!
They got Greta. They do have Greta. During the activist keynote speech, a giant dragon attacked, seemingly at the behest of Roxxon Energy Corporation, attempting to destroy the champions and the school. The champions intervened, but
Hopefully
things go
murders
haywire.
Greta.
Yeah.
Or does Greta just shoot the freaking dragon out of the air just by going, "How dare you!" And then everybody claps.
Well, Kamala saves her. So, but the thing I want to bring this up because it's all dumb and it's been done before, and this is just stanks of desperation with all these things trying to be tied in. But the one tie-in I saw that actually caught my attention was this one. They're going to bring the power pack in. Now, here's the thing. What do you think they're going to do to the power pack? I mean, let's be honest with the absolute complete wokeness of modern Marvel.
They gotta be incest children.
They're going to be. There's going to be.
Probably.
Do you think there's any chance that Marvel is not going to put some sexuality on these children? Seriously.
They're all
possibly.
gay
Yeah.
for each other.
For each other. It's already been done, Chester. No, I know. That's the point.
None of them have genders.
Over and over they keep doing it. And what do you mean? You talk about the power pack? Have they already molested the power pack? Really? Don't tell me that.
Oh no.
How old are these kids supposed to be?
Oh, they range anywhere from around 8 or 9 up until like 13, 12, 13, or 14 or so. They're kids.
So they're a family group, are they?
I get. Well, they're drawing them a little bit older here, so maybe they're going to age them up as touch. But they're little kids, right? Julie is a
This
lesbian.
blonde guy looks suspect.
Well, these assholes, man. I mean, come on.
Which one is Julie?
She's the one in the pink.
That's a good question anymore.
Yeah, well, I think it's the one in the
She's
pink.
clearly the 8-year-old.
But that's just disgusting. They're kids, man. You bastards. But
Yeah, this blonde guy looks. He has an Iceman look to him. He's
does.
super gay.
But of course, this is all of it's dumb. You've already done the Civil War. We've already done that. This is just another take on it. Why? It doesn't matter you're doing with kids. Of course, we know you're going to molest these children. And of course, you can't get away from your politic with this global warming nonsense of Greta Thunberg. It's just dumb. But whatever. I'm sad now, though, that they already molested a power pack. When did that happen? God, these people, man.
I don't know. Nixie's probably missing with you.
Yeah, he
It's
probably
probably
is.
in
I'm
a-
moving on because I'm
in
going to
a
get mad.
Twitter
All right. All right.
Exo Manowar joins Valiant's Bloodshot title.
Yeah,
Okay.
now this is kind of cool. Now, Valiant, I enjoyed the reboot they came out with years ago, and it kind of got to the point I stopped reading because they got woke, super woke, right? But bringing EXO into Bloodshot, I think it's kind of cool. And I guess the first question I would have to add, Nick said he doesn't know about 10 years ago with the Power Pack. But the one thing I would have to add, though, is who here knows anything about Bloodshot or Man of War? Silence.
He's played by Vin Diesel.
Yeah, the Vin Diesel movie was fine.
So I'm
It wasn't
alone,
good.
then.
But it was fine.
Now, Vin
So I'm
Diesel isn't
alone.
capable of making a decent movie.
Yeah, he's
Anymore.
yeah. Yeah, that's fair enough. But this isn't much of news, but I just thought it was kind of cool because I do like the early Valiant takes on things. I did like the reboot. I like the Bloodshot character. I love the Man of War character. It's probably my favorite from Valiant. But it's nice that they're trying to do a crossover with it. But I don't have much faith that it's not going to be super woke though. But I don't know. I just thought I'd
Oh,
mention
who's
that.
writing this article? It looks like a young Hemingway.
Oh, this guy, we talked about him before. He's woke. He's
Is
woke.
he woke? He looks like he breaks crabs for a living.
He does, but that's their look. I think he's what they call a bear. I do believe
He
that's
gives
the
people
term.
crabs
Oh.
for a living.
Yeah.
That explains the bugbear. That
And
explains the obsession.
he's an
Mm.
Eisner winner too. Did you guys see the new editor of Heavy Metal? Is this guy? Sweet. You know,
That guy looks super heavy metal.
I don't. He just. I'm sorry. Yes. I
He
can just
literally-
immediately picture his voice. Oh,
Look
no.
at it! Look at his nose. He has a scowl going on. He's like
He
"Don't look at
literally
me
looks like
that."
an angry lawyer. That's what he looks like.
He
An
does,
He's
but-
angry.
black
That's what
lawyer.
Would you
He-
like to listen to Metallica?
well, no, he looks
Oh
African.
my
He does look
God.
African, actually. Yeah.
He does look
Do
very
you like
African, yeah.
heavy metal? I love heavy metal.
He's got a really thin face, and generally speaking, Africans, from Africa.
Well, I
have
clicked
thinner
on it, but it
features.
doesn't want to listen to me. Fine, don't.
That guy looks like he wants to kick my
I'm getting
ass.
cancelled.
Uh-oh.
Oh
I'm a
no,
white man doing a
Scott
black
Alley
man's
has been
voice. Oh.
canceled. Oh no.
Oh no.
Now, why did that one come over? I didn't click on that one. Here's this Chris Arant guy again. He just writes all kind of stuff, doesn't he? There's the thing about the comic book legal defense, and their leader has gone because he sexually molested someone, I guess.
Whoops.
Marvel's Tom Brevoort launches comics editor RPG. Sweet. That's what we need more of that. Bill and Ted. Of course, you guys do know Bill and Ted is now going to be their daughters, and it's not going to be anything about Bill and Ted whatsoever.
What did you know that? Did you know that Kevin Smith cried when he saw the Bill and Ted movie?
He probably did. Yeah, he probably
He
did.
cries at every
Yeah.
movie now. He's
I think
Yeah.
Kevin Smith
Vagina.
looks in the mirror and cries, if I'm being honest with you.
He picked up a pamphlet as a DMV and just started bawling because he liked horror.
Yeah. He's gone through some trauma in his life now. Anyway, I do need to jump. I got to get out of here. But I'm glad these guys could come in and hang out with us for a little while, and we had a good conversation today. But let's go ahead and let everybody get their closing statements, and then yeah, that'll be it of it. Tomorrow. My schedule is open, so we are definitely doing the Bugbears basement stuff. So come back and check that out, and the rest of the week should be fine for me. But anyway, let's start with the booster and his amazing cover.
Oh, it's me again. Should I share it again? I'm gonna share it again. That's
Go
what I'll
ahead.
do with my life.
Okay, let me come over here. And
Here we
share
are.
it.
So this is the White Lily
Did it
Lesbians in
come out
Plain
smooth?
variant cover. Look at it. Look how beautiful it is, right? Don't you wanna back it? Don't you wanna back the shit out of it? I'd back this for about, personally, about $100. I'd probably back this for, right?
Probably,
Because it's gonna be
yeah.
a very super duper. You know, if you back it for $100, I'll send you feet pictures. That's what I'll add on to it.
Oh my god,
Oh my
everyone,
God.
you hear that?
Yeah, you
so
heard
that's
that.
a new tier. That's a new tier now. And
Booster's gonna basically
back the
become
book.
an
Back the
e-girl.
book.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, definitely get in here and back this. I think this is great and it's fun. Let's support Booster. What's
Next,
your...
I'll be doing a Vampirella cover.
Oh no!
Listen
Let-
here.
Let's
Listen here for a second. He's
Yeah.
had 12 backers for like a half hour. Somebody back this son of a bitch right now, or it's going to get ugly.
yeah,
Oh,
Do it.
Yeah.
for it.
do it.
Oh,
$10.
no.
It's literally,
don't
you
say.
spend more than that at McDonald's nowadays. Back the damn thing.
There we go. See,
Preach.
now we got Fundara.
I don't know that cover art though. I can't bring myself to do it.
Aw.
Taylor's just mad he's not on there. That's all.
There it is.
Aw.
Dylan, am I going to be a published artist before you? Is that happening?
Oh,
That's- Well, thank you very much, Booster. And that comes right into John Dillard. Go ahead, John.
What am I saying about it?
I don't know. Just don't let
Closing
Booster get
statements.
away with that shit. Is what I'd say. Yeah.
Oh, I ain't got nothing going on.
Okay, fair enough. You do have something going on. You have the buckler, the Canadian buckler.
Oh, that's right. The buckler. I'm working on the buckler right now, actually. Oh, yeah. Big news. Did you hear that I'm going to be doing Ethan Van Sciver's children's book? I'm going to be doing the illustrations for that.
Sweet,
nice.
dude.
Well done.
That is
That's
awesome.
huge.
And what kind of
Hey,
book is he doing?
Ask Ethan if he needs a MS Paint Cyberfrog cover. I'll do it. I'll sell it. I don't give a shit.
You can only Booster. You can only do that if you put Thundaro in there somewhere. It has to
Well,
happen.
of course.
We wouldn't leave you out.
Oh, that's very cool, John.
But yeah,
That's
go check out
nice,
Diller
John.
Draws, my channel, and I'm drawing the booklet over there right now.
There you go. Sweet. And congratulations to you. Go ahead, GOP.
Well, I mean, I know you guys aren't expecting this, but hey, it's that White Lily variant cover. You know that really awesome cover that Chester made. You should
Chester
go
Booster
back.
made.
Chester made it. No, I'm
Or not
taking
Chester made.
credit.
Booster made. I don't know why I said Chester made. Damn it! I already messed it up.
You did.
Booster made that
You
cover.
did.
Have we got a cover for you? Incredible
yeah,
cover
this-
deal. $110 for a cover, an extra 10
No.
for a commission, 100 for feet pics.
Oh,
That's close enough to reality that I won't correct you.
there
Yeah.
you go. There you go. All right, thank you. And Thundero, take us out of here, man.
I am in a fantastic mood. I don't know why, but I am in a fantastic mood today. I'm very proud of my boy Booster. We've been trying to get him to do something. I'm glad he did something. Booster has a secret project he's working on, but I'll let him spill those beans later.
Shit, do
But-
I?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, shh, Booster, just
Oh.
shh, you're killing the bit.
Fuck.
Other than that, the world is literally still going crazy. 2020 has been the craziest year of my life, and that's including 2001 after 9/11. This whole year has just been madness from beginning to end. But I really do want people to be happy and find a way to laugh. Like, we're coming up on the 4th of July. That's, in my opinion, for me, the most important holiday there is in this country, in America especially. And really the world, in my opinion, could celebrate it too if they wanted. But America definitely. Independence, liberty, these things are things we take for granted. We think of them as lofty ideals that we can't attain or that we just have or whatever. They're just concepts to us, but they're important. They're the very foundational bedrock of our entire civilization. We have a whole group of psychopaths who want to destroy it, who want to rip it away in the name of identity or whatever nonsense reason they have for being totalitarians this time. We can't allow that to happen. So what we must do this 4th of July, I don't care what state you're in, if your governor threatens to arrest you for celebrating, let him arrest you. We have to be able to stand up for something that matters. It's coming up. It's this weekend. Everybody, a lot of people still ain't working, so I know you got time. Just go out, celebrate it, have fun, enjoy it. Even if your city or state or whatever doesn't do fireworks, every single night I've had fireworks going off around me, so somebody's doing them. Just have fun. Enjoy. This very well could be the last 4th of July in this country before a massive shift in it, whether good or bad. I think that's coming. So let's enjoy it. Let's remember why we celebrate it and remember why it's important. Even if you disagree with a lot of the things this country has done, or maybe it is doing now, the concept is more important than the reality, at least for that day. So enjoy it and have a good night.
Well, namaste. And those fireworks were stolen from the
Namaste.
local Target, by the way. And if you need a good laugh,
Probably.
just keep in mind, at 1,000 subs on this channel, we're going to have a booster face reveal. So there you go.
Oh, wait, what? I didn't promise that.
Hey, don't make me come over there.
Stop killing the bit, Booster.
Anyway, all's well that ends well, I suppose. But definitely go out. I agree 100%. Have yourself a fun 4th of July parade in the street, picnic in the parks. Don't listen to what they say, and make America great again. Can I say that?
That's right. Your heritage is rebellion, Americans. Remember who you are.
True. Later.
Yeah.
Aloha.